Listen, we have to learn to overcome our obstacles. We have to learn to overcome ourselves. We have to learn to deal with emotions and feelings just for what they are. This happens in relationships, this happens in every aspect of our lives. We have to come to understand that it's about understanding the other person, not catering to the other person, not becoming who they want you to be, but staying true to yourself, but also hearing what the other person is saying to you. When it comes to males and females, we have to realize that the male needs one thing and the female needs something completely different. Most of the time, men do not understand that for the female, it's about more than being provided for. It's more about being seen, being loved, and knowing that you are seen and knowing that you are loved. But the female also has a desire to feel attractive. She wants to feel like that not only does her mate find her attractive, but other people find her attractive as well. And so a lot of the female identity is tied up in the way she looks, the way she feels about herself. Even the way she feels about herself and her appearance relates to how she relates to the world as a whole. And so I just wanted to add that on. It's another segment that we're going to really dive into the male and female dynamics to where you understand what it is that the female is actually craving regardless of what she's saying. And then we have to realize that there's a disconnect because the male really does not know what she's saying, and the male will do a lot of other things when that's not what she's really seeking from him. She's seeking that oneness, that connection, that feeling that she means something to him, that she's the most important person in the world. But not only that, she's seeking validation without really asking for validation, because she wants to know that she's truly his queen, that she's truly beautiful. And the male may feel like, well, I buy her gifts, I pay the bills, I do this, I do that. But that's not actually giving a piece of himself, and that's not actually telling her, you're beautiful, you're worthy, you're needed, because one of the basic needs of all human beings, whether you're male or female, is to feel like that you are needed, to feel like that you're needed, to feel like that you're wanted, to feel like that you're important to somebody. So as I talk about that, and we're going to be talking about this off and on for the next couple of weeks, but as I talk about that, it makes me dive in a little deeper to talk about some other things. So in our quest for personal fulfillment and authenticity, being authentic, many of us reach a point where we feel lost and disconnected. This disconnection often stems from denying or ignoring the unique narrative each of us carries within. And that is our true story. So I have a narrative that I'm carrying within me, but you also have a narrative that you're carrying within you. And when you ignore that unique narrative that's on the inside of you, it can cause you to feel disconnected. It can cause you to feel lost. Finding your truth is not just a matter of self-discovery. It's about acknowledging and valuing the chapters of your life that have shaped you. It's a crucial first step in a larger journey towards living a life that is genuinely yours, one that reflects who you are all at one time, who you are at the core. Who are you at the core? Who are you at your essence? And it's so important that you know that. You're not who people tell you are. You need to know who you are for yourself. I don't need you to define me. I need you to value me. I need you to realize that I am awesome, that I'm an asset. People want to be an asset. They never want to not be an asset. But again, we have to put this in perspective, because most of us do not want to deal with this. We say things like, well, it really doesn't matter. I'll be okay. And I advise everyone to stop saying that things don't matter when they really do matter to you. You know, it's important that we come to understand that. But we have to also realize that breaking free from the limitations imposed by the society expectations from society, personal doubts, and the fear of standing out requires courage and resilience. Too often, these limitations stifle our potential and prevent us from, exploring the full extent of our unique gifts. Recognizing that you are not defined by those or these restraints of life is liberating. It allows you to start redefining success on your terms and understanding that your gifts, no matter how unconventional, hold immense value. The realization is pivotal in the transition from a life of conformity to one of being authentic and being fulfilled. So you have to be true to who you truly are, regardless to what anyone else thinks about it. And so this is part of being a spiritual guide, because I help you to connect to your spiritual being, your greater being, your greater self that's on another dimension. But most of us, don't realize that we have a greater self on another dimension. So we will live a life that we're not even happy with. We sell or we do all manners of things. And so this is a lesson about embracing your unique gifts. It's not merely about acknowledging your talents or your inclinations. It's about integrating these distinct traits into every aspect of your life and allowing them to guide your choices and your actions. This process of integrating this informative, transformative into your day-to-day life is so pivotal. It's so important that you learn how to integrate and balance out your life. It alters how you perceive yourself and how you engage with the world around you. When you start to see your unique qualities as strengths rather than oddities or weaknesses, you begin to see new possibilities for both your personal and your professional growth. And it will emerge from this. You will have growth from this. You will not be stagnated. You will not be stuck. The shift in your perspective is essential for anyone seeking to live in alignment with their truth. And so that's basically what we're talking about today, because as you learn to live in your truth, it's easier for you to have that relationship with other people, whether it's with whatever type of relationship it is that you're trying to have. But you have to be true to yourself. You have to walk and know your own truth. Living in alignment with your truth encompasses more than personal satisfaction. It's the foundation of a meaningful existence. It fosters a deep sense of purpose and direction, guiding you towards choices and paths that resonate with your innermost values and aspirations. This alignment is not a destination, but a continual progress of adaptation and growth, responding to life's evolving and revolving changes and opportunities while staying true to yourself. The rewards of such a life are immeasurable. Contentment, clarity, and the unshakable conviction that you are living a life that is genuinely yours and that it genuinely matters. And so you have to be able to take this step. It's like taking a leap of faith. And so this is to help you in your relationships, but before you can have any type of good relationship, you have got to be true to yourself, and you've got to be able to understand the male role, the female role, and the dynamics that goes with that. Ultimately, finding and living your truth is an invitation to forge a deep and lasting connection with yourself. It's a call to step into the fullness of who you are and express that authentic self that is you in every facet of your life. by breaking free from limitations, embracing your unique gifts, and aligning your life with your true essence, you unlock the door to an existence beaming and brimming over with potential and purpose. The path to finding your truth is not always easy, but it is undoubtedly worth every step. And so, this is what I want you to learn, is that this journey, people get up and they want to do the same thing. No, you need to get up realizing that life is a journey, and each step you take is another part of the journey. The journey of self-discovery and living an authentic life is not solitary. It's not a solitary endeavor. It flourishes in environments where support, understanding, and genuine connection are abundant. And that's why the inner circle is so important, because you find that unity that helps you to walk in your truth. Surrounding yourself with people who not only recognize but celebrate your unique qualities can promote an unparalleled source of strength and encouragement. These relationships serves as mirrors, reflecting back the truth of who you are and reinforcing your commitment to life, and to your commitment to being authentic to who you truly are, to walking in your own purpose, to walking in your own truth. Through these interactions, you gain insights and perspectives that further illuminate your path, encouraging you to explore dimensions of your identity and potential. And you may not have considered these before independently, but as a group, you have the power and the strength to move forward. Establishing a community of like-minded souls therefore becomes a critical component of the authentic living equation, as it nurtures your spirit and propels you towards greater personal fulfillment, and then you're able to better contribute to the society in which you live, because it's all about you moving forward. But it's not just good enough for you to move forward. We want to take others along this journey with us. Beyond personal fulfillment, living your authentic life, being an original, has a ripple effect that extends into the wider world. By embodying your truth and shaping your unique gifts, you contribute to a more diverse, vibrant, and compassionate society. Each person being authentic adds color and dimension to the fabric of our communities, encouraging others to also live more openly and genuinely. The collective shift towards being authentic has the power to foster greater understanding, tolerance, and mutual respect among people from all walks of life. It underscores the importance of every person's story and the intrinsic value that they bring to the world. In essence, being authentic and authentic living is not just a personal achievement, but a gift to society, enriching the lives of others and promoting a culture of authentic and self-expression. The act of pursuing the authentic life also demands a commitment to lifelong learning and personal evolution. It requires an openness to self-reflection and a willingness to question and reassess one's values, beliefs, and goals. So I always tell you, always inspect what you expect. And if you are not getting the desired result, then you know that it's time for you to do something different. It is a initiative. It is imperative to your process of self-examination and growth. It ensures that your pursuit of being authentic remains dynamic and responsive to the inevitable changes life presents. By continuously aligning your actions with your evolving sense of truth, you create a resilient and an adaptable foundation for navigating the complexity of modern existence. This commitment to growth not only enhances your own life, but it also serves as an inspiring example for others to follow, further amplifying the impact of living an authentic life. It impacts the world. And, we want to make sure that this tribe is impacting the world. We want to make sure that we are constantly moving forward. We want to make sure that we are being authentic to who we really are. And that is where we acknowledge that we each are different, but we all bring value and something special to the table. In the quiet for being in the quest, in our quest for being authentic, it is crucial to recognize that setbacks and challenges are not signs of failure, but they are parts of the journey. And so I want you to start realizing that your life is a journey. So we're going on a spiritual journey. We're going towards and moving towards God consciousness, but there's some truths about ourselves and our relationships that we have got to acknowledge and that we have got to deal with. When we don't deal with these things, they keep reoccurring in our life over and over and over, different forms, different person, different name, but the same exact thing. So we have to understand that life adversities often are invaluable lessons that contribute to our growth and deepen our understanding of ourselves. Facing difficulties with resilience and openness transforms these experiences into stepping stones towards living more authentically. It is through navigating these trials that we often discover hidden aspects of our character and develop the strengths to express our true selves more fully. Overcoming obstacles thus becomes a powerful catalyst for personal transformation, compelling us to redefine and refine our values, to reevaluate our priorities, and to realign our lives with our deeper, truer self. And so when we can do this, we learn to actually be authentic in every essence, in every part of our life. We learn to be authentic. And so we have to understand that from time to time we reevaluate our priorities and we realign our lives with our deepest truths. The path to being authentic is paved with perseverance, reflection, and an unwavering commitment to self-discovery, leading us to a richer, more meaningful existence. And that's what we're striving for. So the definition of insanity is when we repeat the same thing over and over and over, but we are expecting a different result. And so as we talk about this, I want you to understand that you're not doing the same thing over and over and over anymore, expecting a different result. You're dealing with the truth of your existence. You're dealing with the truth of your relationships, and how you perceive things and how you deal with things is so very important. In this era where society pressures us and to be like everybody else, society pressures us to be a phony. Social media often drowns out being true to who you are. The pursuit of being authentic becomes not just a personal endeavor, but a revolutionary act. It challenges the status quo, promoting a culture where the courage to be oneself is celebrated rather than suppressed. By daring to live an authentic life, you inspire others to embark on their journey of self-discovery, creating a ripple effect of empowerment. The shared bravery fosters a community where people feel valued for who they truly are, cultivating an environment of inclusivity and respect. The impact of one person's commitment to be authentic, therefore, transcends personal fulfillment, becoming a beacon of hope and a catalyst for the society to be transformed. You know, it's amazing that a lot of times we try to fit in, and I constantly remind all of us each and every day that we were not created to fit in, but we were created to stand out. And with that being said, I also remind all of us on a regular basis that not only were you created to stand out, but you are an original, you are a masterpiece, you are one of a kind. There is only one like you. And so you have to learn to walk in your greatness. You have to learn to be authentic to who you are. And on your way to God consciousness, on your way to on your spiritual enlightenment, on this journey, you learn to be authentic to who you are, knowing that there's greatness on the inside of you that has been placed there for such a time as this. Amidst this vibrant tapestry of authentic living, the importance of self-care cannot be overstated. In the relentless pursuit of being authentic, it's vital to nurture oneself both mentally and physically. Self-care acts as the fuel that powers the journey towards a genuine life, ensuring that we have the energy, health, and well-being to explore and express our true selves. This includes engaging in activities that bring joy, comfort, and relaxation, as well as adopting healthy habits that support your overall vitality. By prioritizing self-care, we safeguard our capacity to meet life's challenges with resilience and to continue our growth and exploration without succumbing to burnout. In essence, self-care is not a luxury, but a foundational element of living an authentic life, enabling us to flourish and bring out fullness, most vibrant self into the world in which we live. And so I'm going to wrap this up and I'm going to close, but everything that you're learning in this segment is about walking in your truth. And in order to walk in your truth, you have to not only understand yourself, but understand the other relationships that is taking place in your life. And when you understand the other relationships, you have to realize that a lot of times we listen to respond. We don't listen to understand. We listen to respond. So we're not really listening to what the other person is saying. We're waiting for the response. We're waiting for them to stop or have a break in the conversation so we can respond. But in essence, we really do not know what we are responding to because we are listening to respond, not listening to understand. And so in understanding this, on your journey to spiritual enlightenment, on your journey to God consciousness, on your journey to oneness, on your journey to understanding self and the path that you must take, you must also understand the relationships that's in your life. So if the same thing keeps occurring in your life over and over and over, and if you keep having the same relationship problems, it's because you have not truly listened and dealt with it. You haven't had a clear understanding. There is a break in the line of communication to where you really don't understand the information that's being presented to you. So we have to learn to listen to understand, not listen to respond. We have to take a step backwards and just really listen to what's been presented to us, to what's really been said to us, so that we can be authentic to who we are. Things that we may have seen as a weakness before, we realize that when we come to understand that, acknowledge it, and incorporate it into our very essence, that it actually makes us stronger, not weaker. I hope that you learned something today, because that's what this is all about, learning.